What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie tonight coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. Cool stuff I want to show you today, mostly card related. Now, as you guys know, that I am a big collector of collectible cards. I've been collecting cards ever since I was a little kid. I didn't care for baseball very much or football or any of those kinds of cards, though for me it was gaming cards, and of course, well, we'll show you in a minute the one that kept bringing me back throughout my entire life. But first off, I picked up this weekend. It's from Magic the Gathering. It's the newest dual deck series. It's Sorin versus Tibalt, which is basically the worst mismatch in the world because Tibalt is just not very good. I don't really see him going in very many decks, if any decks ever. But of course, you've got Sorin, who is a fantastic card, well worth the $20, almost if all you got was Sorin. And we're going to go ahead and crack this sucker open here real quick. And, of course, here's Sorin with a special foiling. Looks very, very good. No reason not to have him. Surprised he did not see much standard play, but he sees a lot of casual play and a lot of play in EDH. I've seen him there as well. Tibalt, nice foiling. Never seen any play ever anywhere. Tibalt's deck is pretty interesting, though. I've seen a deck list, but I haven't seen it in person. It's kind of aggro-y, and Goblin Arsonist, Scorcher's Oka, Skeleton. Of course, Skeleton works well with Tibalt's ability. You've got some Hellspire Elementals that work well with him. This guy has Unearth, so I guess technically Shambling Remains. Basically, a good number of Unearth guys that work well with his ability to discard. Not a lot of money cards here. I do like this art on Browbeat. Don't know that that's new art, but it's an alternative art to what I'm used to, and I really, really like it. If you can really get a good eye for it, it's a giant planeswalking floating head yelling at some dude on a rock, basically. This alternative art for Blightning, very, very cool. Makes you wonder if they're ever going to reprint it, which really they should not. Of course, you get a Devil's Play, and some lands, and a token for the other deck. Then, we have our Sorin deck, which has a minor token theme and a minor vampire theme. Of course, you get your token, spirit token there. You only get 2 spirit tokens, but the spell that makes spirit tokens, well, I guess there's several, but Tainted Isle, or Tainted Field, Living Wilds, Death Grip. Kind of cool to see that printed again. Field of Souls, that's a very cool reprint. I don't know that that's ever been reprinted outside of its base set and maybe some Commander product. Unmake is in here. Spectral Procession with alternative art. Very cool. Would love to see that one foiled. I've never seen that Spectral. Mortify with an alternative art. Everything else is kind of boring here. Singer Vampire, I don't know why that's in here. A Nighthawk. Gatekeeper's in here. That's a pretty good card. Wall of Omens. A couple of Doomed Travelers. They're doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Ha 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 ha. Overall, very, very cool. You get a couple deck boxes to keep them in, which I'll deal with later. I don't want to bore you because I want to get to the start of the show. Dun, dun, dun. These I've been collecting ever since I was a very, very young kid, and I'm very glad to get to try this brand new series here with you today. Garbage Pail Kids. Brand new series number 2, and these are just fresh on the shelf. I saw them for the first time last night. I don't know how long these have been out, but I was excited to crack a couple packs for you. I got several packs. I haven't opened anything yet, so I don't know who you can expect to see. Of course, Atom Bomb on the front. The brand new Series 1 only had 8 cards per pack at Walmart. I don't know if they did 10 packs and it had no gum or anything. These are 50 cents more. You got 2 more cards, so you got the same value, only except now you get free awful gum, which will... Oh, no, there's no gum in here. Look at that. That's not gum. I thought I was filling gum through the package, but no, I guess this is a high theft item. So they actually have a little beeper code that will... No gum. Good. Cracked Chris, clearly egg cracked. Basic joke there. We have Apple Array. Terrible. Terrible. And look at those teeth. That's what it's like to have my teeth. Just in case you didn't know. Ugh. Oh, here's a Charlie Brown ripoff. Peanut Paul. Very cool. And in the style of the original. It's weird that they ever break their art for something. And they really did break it there. I really think that's a very cool parody. I like that a lot. Regurgitate. Surfing on her own vomit. Wonderful. Wonderful. It's almost Easter, so there we have Esther Bunny clearly eating herself. I've been told to do that many times. And here we have one of the holographic cards. As you tilt it, it changes, creates a nice 3D effect. I forget the name of this particular old school Garbage Pail Kid from one of the original series. I believe he was third series. I cannot remember his name. But cool, they put these in with the brand new Series 1, and now there's a new set of the brand new Series 2. It's a chase card. Hard to find. Very cool. Glad to get one and open it on live. Here's Taken, clearly being abducted by an alien, and the alien is just abducting his skeleton. We have Weird Wendy, a witch getting hosed down and melting. Apparently that happens to witches. Here's Alligator. Very cool. Guy's clearly a suitcase now because he's an alligator, and I guess alligator suitcases used to exist. Squashed Sophia, a fly that has been murdered. All right, let's do it again. I bet we're not going to get a cool chase card this time, and we're not going to get any gum, and I'm really disappointed by that because I was hoping to have a little gum to chew while we were doing this today, but no. Here we go, Puzzled Parker. Now that is a particularly cool piece because if you're a fan of the series, you'll recognize that some of these pieces are creating what looks like one of the old school guys. That's very cool. And I clearly it's not a puzzle as much as it is they're playing Tetris, which I obviously enjoy being a gamer. Jose Hoax, he's a crop circle, and of course we know crop circles are all hoaxes. Devoured Howard, being eaten up by piranhas. And I read a pretty interesting fact the other day. No human has ever been eaten by a piranha. That's never happened. It's never happened. Cows, yes. Humans, never happened. At least on recorded history. Sleep Less. Clearly that sheep is chewing his face off. Oh, and what? Look at that. I'm the luckiest guy. Two chase cards in a row. This is from this series. Yep. Holographic version of a card that we just got. That is very, very cool. Not much for motion, I guess. You can kind of see it going. But that is very cool. Glad to get two of those in a row. Lindbergh, cheese, slicing himself. Mothy Martha. She's clearly made of cloth, and those moths are really fucking with her. Kind of rude. Headless Harriet. Decapitated herself, and now she's decapitating her dolls, as one is wont to do. And here's the alternative version of Alligator. We have Skinned Sam. Interesting. Hey, let's do it again. One more time. And then maybe one more time after that. If you're good, if we get something cool, maybe. Hey, Brad Apple. It's the alternative version of the gentleman we opened earlier. Again, teeth still stuck in the apple. Alternative version of the Charlie earlier. This is straight up Charlie Brown. That's now my favorite Garbage Pail Kid for the set series. Thank you so much for that one. Sheepish Seth is clearly a wolf dressed up as a human. It's the opposite of a furry. Very cool. Surprising Steph. Instead of bursting out of a cake, she's bursting out of a toilet bowl. I know that feeling. I normally burst into the toilet bowl. Dominating David. Dominated David. Oh, yeah. Well, he's clearly losing the battle in this case. Goliath is clearly going to win. He's using his own eyeball as a sling. Never has worked out for me. Here is a Waterin Walter with a black border, which you don't normally see a lot of black borders. The black borders are a way to collect the set. So, of course, you can collect the set with white borders. Then you can collect the set with black borders as well. And they're much, much more difficult to acquire for someone who really hates money. Garbage Pail Kids, this is Atom Bomb. They often reprint this guy. He's the flagship character of the series. In this case, he's being harassed by what seems to be 1970s love children who are putting no nukes. No nukes. Very cool. Roller Debbie. Cute. She's lost her wheel, and she's clearly not very good at being in the roller derby because she is definitely beat up, and there's no one else in the ring, so you have to wonder how that's happened. But Leo Tamer, he's taming the old lion. It's doable. It's done. And we have Charming Jessie. Not much to say about that. Kind of boring. One more pack, and then we are done with the series. Maybe we'll get another cool chase card. We got two 3D cards and one black bordered card. I'm very happy to get those, so let's hope for the best here. Dominated David once again. That's kind of boring. Here we have Tongue Tie. Tie is tongue-tied because he's tongue-tied, but also because he's tied himself up with his own tongue. Goldilocks. That's unbearably bad. You get it. All three bears there enjoying a nice midnight snack. Sketch Sal. Kind of a little boring there. Etch-a-Sketch. His head is an Etch-a-Sketch. He's created his own face. Oh, well, here's another black bordered card. Genie. Oh, and it looks very cool with a black border, too. I kind of like that one. I'm glad that I got that in black border. Again, the hippies theme. Maybe they recycled that one, or maybe they're still living in the 70s. Coming out of a lava lamp as a lamp. That's kind of ingenious if you think about it. Gargoyle Doyle. Clearly vomiting up cement. Ugh. Nasty Nick. Which is, that guy looks like one of the older guys, for sure. And he's trying to eat pizza, but there's garlic on the pizza. Which I don't think he can do because he's a vampire. Dead Ted, and that's retro. That is definitely retro. I do remember the original Dead Ted. And again, with the pizza theme, I don't really understand what's going on there. And Trey Spray finally getting his revenge. Pissing on that dog. Don't be pissing on me. And that's it. That's some Garbage Pail Kids for you. That was $10 for the Garbage Pail Kids. As my grandfather used to say to me when I bought these Garbage Pail Kids, when I was myself was a kid, a fool and his money are soon parted. I must be pretty stupid.